Grand to the magnificent rise, beloved. Grand to the magnificent rise. 3 up. Y'all know how we do. 3 down. Boom. Stay crucial, critical. Hey, check it out, beloved. How you doing? Hey, y'all was listening to the radio. Y'all know how me coming, moving around. Checking on some things. All right. Taking care of some business out here. You know what I'm talking about? My home. As I was listening to some idiocracy, if you ask me, propaganda. Somebody who, they all right, you know what I'm saying? But, how much do you take from a comedian? You know what I'm saying? What I want to bring counter back with the propaganda that was put out is my ether, so boom, I put it in there. One was talking about January 6th folks and their purpose, perspective, wise, compared to this last incident that happened, right, with the young lady, and never want anybody to be in harm's way, so we take a moment for that. I just don't ride like that myself, and for their family and things like that. But perspective on both sides. What we know now, all right. Let's analyze this and let's weigh the scales, all right. We have January 6th folks, good folks, beloved, that are homegrown, patriotic to the land. Like me and you, all right? Didn't look like me and you. You didn't see a whole bunch of chocolate folks running around there, da-da-da, woo-woo, no. But you seen the polar opposite, or where you seen a bunch of vanilla folks, same level, income, struggle, da-da-da, da-da-da, who galvanized together and said enough was enough, all right? Why? Why this like that? Well, so I believe, myself, a couple of well, not a couple. I think the whole kit and caboodle understood. We can't have a whole lot of chocolate folk, because the guns will come out. When you have a whole galvanizing chocolate folk, guns really come out, bah, 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 bah. Get to getting shooting. There ain't no question, no asking. So you imagine January 6th, Washington looking like Chocolate City that day. You wouldn't have been able to put nobody in jail. It would have been body bags and ambulance. You see what I'm talking about? It wouldn't have went down as nicely. Saying something. So, the perspective, though, that's putting out is that it's in the same kit and caboodle, same barrel with what just happened. And it's nowhere near, beloved. Let's analyze, though. An ignorant person wants us to believe that January 6 people didn't have nothing to stand on when they win these courts, and they was asked why. Why did you do this? When it's clear to us, those who didn't go, but probably was like, should I win? Or should I, how should I feel? Now that you know some of the energy. Why them folks was up in there? Well, a lot of them folks that worked in these election places and stuff like that knew that there was cheating going on. New ballots was getting thrown away. New extra ballots and get counted overnight when the shit closed and everything. They knew this stuff. It's coming out on our social media. Look at your news. Don't say it. Don't say Sean's making this stuff up. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Maxwell? Brian? Redacted? Y'all know what I'm talking about? We're not making this stuff up. That's reality. That's what people are finding. See, this is the things we don't want to point to, listen to. Our ears are closed on this stuff. People for the past many years have been violating elections. And until this president come, whether you like him or not, that ain't the point. Liking him or not don't mean nothing. What he has pointed out and what his administration point out, our elections have been manipulated and they dirty. Period, point blank. And we all should be like, woohoo! Woohoo for finding this out. But we're not, because we got people who feel like they can control the narrative, like these radio jockeys, Hollyweird and all that. Come on now. Come on, beloved. And they know they rub elbows with these folks, okay? Not with the folk. They don't rub elbows with the folks that's struggling. That's who was trying to bring a change in January 6th. Did these folks want anything? Nah. They wanted to make a statement, but want something you know, physically, like, yeah, I want this trophy, I want this statue. Nah, make a statement. This our house too. You forgot that. See how they look back now. That's what these folks have done. This our house too, and you making it dirty. This our house too, and you got dirty politicians. I'm lying? See, these folks knew this already before the exposure came, beloved. I told you, they rub elbows with these folks. They work for these folks. That's who was up in there. The folk got caught red-handed before me and you even knew. But now after January 6th and some years later, look what me and you know. Look how many politicians are getting in trouble. Look at the fraud. Look at the mortgage stuff. Look at the money abuse. Look at all that. Take that stuff into account. Now, let's go to the other side that the propaganda machine wants you to push. Watch this. Radio stations and stuff like that who think they know something. Dumb as hell. What do they? Now this lady get ran over or get killed, get killed because she tried to she ran over a ICE agent. Nobody seen that. I didn't even see it at the beginning, but ran his foot over, ran his leg over. Sure did. But before that, nobody looking at, why was you there? What was you doing? Hey, taking pictures, Y'all shouldn't be here. Against who? ICE? So they're counteracting ICE, what ICE is doing. Well, what ICE is doing? Is ICE doing the same thing as the January 6th folks doing? See how this go? Want right. ICE there for right. Who the ICE there? Not for that lady. ICE there for the drug dealer, kingpin, the fugitive that been running around for 30 years, 40 years and they ain't got caught because the local police don't want to catch them or whatever, woo-woo, scared on, whatever. ICE there. For illegal immigrants who take up our resources and know they doing that. Know there's a line. Like Beloved said, so many young was saying, our own Hispanic community, percentage-wise, sides more with the American citizen who says, hey, we got to wait our turn around here. Bombarding our system makes the system worse. Not better, worse. Cripples it. So even them agree and are helpful with ICE to bring the madness down. Now to come to find out, the young lady was, y'all hear it. There's no comparison there. There's no comparison in there. And it's a sad day when American citizens, just your average American citizens, hear me out, take more pride in defending. I love all of us. We love ourselves. But just like we watched and we continue to watch, there's a line, there's a system you have to go by when you leave America, any of us citizens, to get our citizenship somewhere else. I just watched a couple say we got our citizenship in Uganda. I bet it took a while for them to get them citizenship, and I bet, they abide by the rules and regulations of all of us Americans know we do. Because if you don't, what they gonna do? Them countries ain't got no problem. Hey, roll out, we'll escort you out. Matter of fact, if you ain't got no money to get out, we got a ticket to get you out. See how it works? But when we do it, it's a problem. It's a problem. Shouldn't be like that. Should not be like that. And ignorance is not bliss for people who in these positions that hold these, influential positions to. But it's understandable because California has the highest, we have our highest immigration rate there. So it's the average Californian rubs elbows with an immigrant in the family, a friend that has an immigrant, or an immigrant that's been over here for 25 years and still ain't got their citizenship. Why? I don't know. That's what we have to push. Why is our system so backed up? You see what I'm saying? Why is it broke so bad? Because it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. All right. But bringing understanding rather than propaganda and crap into it to divide us, beloved. And I told you, our own skin folk, they'll do that. They'll sit up there. And we're not trying to divide. You know, I pay attention to the Hispanic culture in this situation before I allow myself to just go out there and spray, because I grew up in Hispanic culture. I'm from San Jose, all right? So, other than not knowing the language like I hung around. No, I did back then. I could speak some stuff to you. It wasn't pretty though, but you know what I'm saying? But other than that, listening and hearing, they, you know, the human beings, we on the same page around here. We're on the same page. But what I do with my channel is to clarify the ignorance that gets spit out some of these people's mouth. That they not, you know, just because they got a radio station, ain't got, you know, just because they got some age on them, don't mean nothing. All right. Some people laughed at their jokes back in the day. Some people upped them, and that don't mean nothing. They can get on the, you can tell it don't mean, because they need a full whole crew to do a radio show. Just wanted to lean that in there. Not saying, now, not promoting that what our beloveds did on January 6th, I condone it and all. No. I don't condone none of that. All right. Because we hurting each other. You know, Americans sitting on the other. But, and what it does to me, what it continues to show me is, there's levels to this being educated, and this might be trigger for some, all right, but hey, it is what it is. When you go to a country, when you've been in countries 6 times and you've seen limited literacy, you know what I'm saying, and what it do and how it affect people, then you take that in consideration when you looking at your uncle, and that's where we at right now. I hate to tell us this, but our system was meant to dumb a certain folks down, and I'm sorry to tell you, it done dumbed. It went against itself. It dumbed the system down, dumbed people within the system down. I mean, think about it. We have an idiot talking about January 6th is the same as what went on right here. When it ain't. January 6th, them people were fighting for all of us. Your vote wasn't getting counted the way it's supposed to. Manipulation, schemes, tactics. Your money that you send up there and taxpaying money wasn't getting used the right. You see what I'm talking about? That was a perspective, purpose, real reason. Like I say, she respect the dead, but this reason right here, that ain't. In a time where Americans, pay attention, American people on the streets in the highest level we ever had in this world. Think about that. Homeless. So we got to go find somebody outside of us to help? To know. Pay attention. Now you say, Sean, why are these people, why? Because whether some of these people or not put themselves on being homeless and it's on them, that's they own. And me and you both know, no, that ain't how that went. Maybe 1 out of every 10 stepped they on done it. But no, but this rate, housing market went out, people squeezed. Elite squeezed, people had to get put out their house. Folks let people, tens of thousands of millions of people come into this country, all right, for over a 4-year span. So that means people was taking up people's jobs, whether it was minimum job, whatever. Resources, people were getting benefits, or people were getting no benefits and put out their house. American citizens. So it's no common sense to me who we should be helping. Both black, white, Chinese, orange, green, gray, Hispanic, whatever. Those folks that are sitting on these streets deserve American people helping them. Because 1 out of 3 of them folks on them streets paid into this deficit, worked their butt off, see how it go? And many of them lost all their stuff. And it's easy for us to say, until it's one of us. Wishing somebody helped us. Wishing somebody cared about us that much. This is where we at. And I'm telling every American that watch, to see, you about as ignorant as that jockey, that radio jockey. If you put people that work hard in this country, that believed in the American dream and the system, but the system kicked them out because other folks didn't feel they mattered. Like this last administration, we have to own it. They did not treat people like they mattered. They just didn't. All of a sudden now, healthcare is healthcare been a sometime. So we continue to push against these broken narratives and narratives they want you to believe. No, that stuff ain't gonna work. And I hope radio stations like that and so many y'all that continue to preach that divide and you know, all that crap, you know what I'm saying? This one radio station, you ain't never heard them say too good of things about Trump. Why? That shows you something. And one thing, the more I continue to push this country need a program where we send them soldiers. You don't go to high school, you don't go to college, you don't go to trade or job school, you going in that military. What that does is that dies down a lot of this stuff. Then you understand perspective and purpose. You get out the country and you see that's what the problem with a lot of these Americans. And again, you can go to South Carolina, tell a joke, in North Carolina, tell a joke over there in Iran, tell a joke in some of these places where that when you see that, then it ain't no joke no more. See, they ain't gonna do that. There ain't no Bob Hope like that. And then what that means is they're not patriot to their land. Just capitalism. Talk. Seen it before. Told you your skin color, man, be the trickiest ones. They're the ones that sit up there and got fat while everybody else had to, boom, boom, boom. So now you about to rise up. He gonna be one of the ones that switch over and ain't gonna have a damn thing. I'm promised that. On love. Love y'all. Stay up. Stay up. We fight. Boom. Spiritual one, baby. Keep going. Keep doing the truth. These fools out here speak that craziness stuff. Some of us got the word of our competence and comprehend too quick, too easy. Come on your channel, use it, spit yours. People watching, even the ones that they kill them, even the ones you trigger. You can tell it in their voice on their own channel. Keep watching. Boom. We keep with a smile over here. Bye. Love you.